Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. In hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see you. Hopefully, you guys had a good day. My goodness, there's something in my eye. Hopefully, you guys had a good day. I know it's a little bit late to do this live. I don't know what's going on with my eye. A little late to do this live, but I've had one of those crazy days. The day definitely squeezed more out of me than I squeezed out of it, for sure. And I've been thinking about it all day, thinking if I want to talk about it or if I don't want to talk about it, because family sometimes listens to my lives and I don't want my family to know what is going on yet. So I am going to talk about it. Um, so, so a few days ago, I did a live. I think it was Saturday. I did a live about my neighbor that is an engineer and got laid off. And he just got laid off. And I know a lot of friends who have been getting laid off lately. And I guess most of them know when it's coming. You know, most of them know. Hey, the company's telling them, hey, you know what, it's coming. You know, things are not happening. So, and um, I keep rethinking what I want to say, and working for a corporate, it's it's um, it's unfortunate. It's I have to admit it's unfortunate to work for a corporation because I have yet to find a corporation that is decent and practices their words of ethics and their core values. And I am yet to find a corporation that actually practices all those, truthfully, that I have worked for. And that's kind of sad to say because I've been in the corporate world, for over 20 years, you know. But the corporate world is a very unpredictable world, right? Now, you take that and you mix that and combine that with what's going on in the world today, and you have basically a time bomb ready to just explode in face of a lot of people. And it's kind of unfortunate because, I mean, you know, what's going on in the world right now, not in the, you know, in the, well, in the world, but here, what we're talking about in the US, what's going on with the gas prices, inflation, and home prices, and just the mess that's happening. And if you're really not seeing it, it's really because you choose not to see it, because it's very obvious. Okay, it's obvious what is happening, and it's happening across the board. It's not just me, you, and then the next guy down the street. This is happening. It's happening across the road, across the board, and I like to talk about just a couple of things. I'm not going to give you all the details yet. I'm going to believe you me. This is one news that I am going to. When the time comes, I'm going to be very loud about it. So just kind of hang tight right now. But so yeah, working for a corporate is it's just you never know if you have a job that day. You never know. You go to work, you have no idea if you got a job or not. And this keeps happening. It happens all the time to like everybody, like my friends, everybody. And I was part of that situation today. My company laid me off, and I don't want to say I don't know how I feel about it, because I do know how I feel about it. I'm actually very clear on how I feel about it. I You know what it is? What blows my mind is people say so many things. So many things. People say so many things. And then you got one person saying so many things. So if you got one person saying so many things, and then multiply that by people, just imagine people say so many things. How much of those so many things do they actually come forward with, come through with? Really think about it. Isn't this where talk is so cheap, this kind of stuff? I have a t-shirt that says talk is so cheap. The only thing that won't go on sale is talk, because it's so cheap already. So these companies, these corporations, these employers, these entities can give you all these promises, and they can give you all these things on paper, and oh, this is our core values, and we stick by these core values, and we never mistreat anybody, and we are so transparent with everybody. And I want to share a thought with you. That is not always the case. Most of the time, that is not the case. 99.99999%. That is not the case. That's not how corporations become corporations. That's not how a 2-3 man show becomes a $1,000 people operation. That's not how it becomes. That's not how they do it. So you can't flash your core values in my face and constantly brag about them, and then when it comes to them, not do them. Hey Stacy, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. So you could talk about your core values. You could talk about your principles. You could talk about you all day you want. And when it comes time to play, when it comes time to really show, that's when you do the talking. Not when you're actually doing the talking. Who cares about what the heck I'm saying right now? Who cares about all these lives I've done? Who cares about all these ideas, all these principles, all these thoughts, all these values that I have shared? Who cares? You know who cares? The only people who care is the ones that take it and run with it and actually do something with it. The rest of us don't even care. If I did all these lives and learned nothing from them, if I didn't apply any of the principles in my own life, then what's the point? So a corporation can sit there and say, these are my core values. I treat my people like this, like this, like this. And then we come in, and then out of nowhere, they come and just pull the rug from underneath 200 people. You can't tell me you got core values. You got no core values. You just got a poster on the wall. That's not core values. Core values is right here. Core values is how you walk, how you talk, how you do people every freaking day. That's core values. Just because you got to print it on a piece of paper and slap that on the wall with a frame on it, that doesn't make them core values. The hell is that? Core values is how you eat, sleep, and treat people. That's how it is. And you pick them. You choose what your core values are, but they don't just get printed on a piece of paper and get slapped on the wall in a frame. Don't be bragging about your core values, and don't be bragging about, oh, I do this for people, I do that for people. You know what? I don't give a damn. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear it. I want to see it. I'm a little ticked off tonight. You can tell. I've been planning to do this live all day, and I didn't know how to do it. I didn't want to do it, actually. That's why it's late. I'm coming live with it. But what I want to share with you is this. These are rough times, and they're only going to get rougher. These are tough for a lot of folks. And I wish I could. Listen, man. I'm nobody to predict anything, but I ain't no blind either. You know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on, right? So if you're getting with, you know, if you're working for corporations, if you're working for any big name, big shot, or like employee of a corp, you know, they may be all great and all everything, but I'm telling you, they do people dirty most of the time. Even the nicest company on the outside, when you walk in the building, when you go inside the doors, inside those walls, you talk to a few people, not everybody's happy. Not even just the top producers. I'm not talking about the low producing people. Of course those guys are not happy. But I'm talking about some big boys and big girls, because when you're playing at that level, then there's a lot of politics involved. There's a lot of corporate politics, right? So you can't sit there and say, well, yeah, this company is just amazing. You know, inside all those walls, everybody just, it's a facade, okay? Because I'm telling you, the way I was treated today by this company that I worked for, I don't think I've ever been humiliated like that before. And I have been fired before. And today I was laid off, okay? And I have been fired before. I've talked about it before. I've been fired before, but today I got laid off, and it was just, I don't know, over 200-300 people, 250 people got laid off. But the way they treated me doesn't match the core values. And this is not the first time that corporation, like I said, I've been in the court. Oh, thanks, Stacy. Yeah, what a day. So it's not the first time that the corporation has done that to me. Like I said, I've been in the business, in the corporate business for over like 20, 22, 23 years. And they do people dirty no matter what. You know, you can work with the cleanest and the nicest, and oh my God, this company. When you get into it, when you get inside, you talk to the salespeople, you talk to the people doing it, not high-level CEOs. I'm talking about the people that have rolled up their sleeves and they're just working it, you know. Those guys, I'm telling you, it's a weird world out there. Like I shared in the beginning, in time, I'm going to be extremely loud about this situation today. I'm not going to keep quiet on this one. I didn't really appreciate what happened, and I'm going to be very loud about it. I'm not going to be shy. I believe that, you know what it is? I'm 49. Hashtag enough said. I'm not 18. You know, it's not like that anymore, you know, so it's different. So, yeah, when it comes, I'll be extremely loud about it, and I'll share those thoughts and ideas with you. But what I wanted, this is where I'm taking this. You know, when you're working for a corporation, when you are an employee, it doesn't matter. Just if you're an employee, especially at these times, today times, I pumped gas today, okay? I pumped gas and it was half full. And it's an old car, and it's got a small gas tank. It's not my car, it's my dad's car. So I filled up that car, and $55. $6.75 a gallon. That's with my 3-cent discount. These times are rough times. So if you're working for anything or anyone, if you're an employee for someone, I talked about this on Saturday too, and I guess I didn't think it was gonna happen to me either. But if you're an employee and you're working for somebody, especially a corporation, and you might already know this, but don't just sit there and be all pretty and everything and safe, because no matter who you are, you're not safe. You're just not. And if you really feel that you are safe, then you haven't done enough time in corporate. You just haven't. Because corporate world is a very cold world. They'll cut family off like that. It's a no given damn territory. They just don't give a damn. Nobody does. Nobody does. Right? So if you're working for something like that, if you're an employee for somebody like that, I wouldn't just sit there all pretty. I was with this company 2 years. Never had a write-up. Never been written up. Never have had even a warning. Not even a verbal. Never been no disciplinary action. They've never told me that you haven't produced enough. I'm on top of production on my team across the board. Always a team player, company player. I produce tools and stuff for my team and other folks in the company. I've been involved in the book clubs they have. I've been involved in their other personal developments. They have a personal... I've been involved in all that stuff. You would think I'm pretty protected, wouldn't you? You would think, well, yeah, this guy is pretty solid. I don't think he's going anywhere. That's kind of how I thought. And here we are. Not a safe world. Not a safe world. Like, if I were an employer, I would want an employee like that. Wouldn't you want an employee like that? I would think so. Last month, I took about 7-8 days off because of my health, and I still produced as the number one on my team with a whole week off. So what I'm sharing with you is this. You're not safe. I'm not safe. You're not financially safe. You're just not safe in this world, in this time. And it's wiser to have other options. I mean, you gotta. You never know what the heck is gonna happen. You never know. And isn't it weird that 9 out of 10 times it goes against your plan? Like, you plan this thing, you're like, I'm going to do this, and then it goes completely against the plan. It's like, what the? I thought I planned this. No, it doesn't matter if you did. Be careful out there. Be careful out there. I was thinking to myself today, if I had to give myself a thought, I would give myself this thought that, Sean, don't sit on yourself. You know, don't sit on yourself. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean that's it. Because it's somebody, it's not God. So somebody says something. Oh well. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you. I do believe that everything happens for a reason. Now, again, I may not know the reason, and I actually don't. You know what I mean? So I don't know the reason, but I know I'm either supposed to learn, grow, or get better out of this, or all of it. Learn, grow, or get better out of this, or mostly all three together, right? So again, my thoughts with you. Hey, if you got a job, if you're an employee and you're rocking it, I hope you are. I hope you rock it. I hope you do well. I hope you stick around, you grow, you do all great stuff. I really do. I pray for you. At the same time, I like you to be realistic. You know, we're supposed to be wearing masks. I think, again, I'm starting to wear it again today. I started to wear the mask again because my buddy got COVID. This other friend of mine got COVID. It's just like, it's going around, so why not? So I started wearing a mask today, but here's what I want to ask you is don't wear the mask over your eyes. Don't be naive. Don't be wearing that mask over your eyes. You know, one of my favorite lines in just in life, if you would, and I've shared this with friends, but it comes out of Scarface, and it's when Tony Montana is telling his best friend, he's saying, you know what? The eyes don't ever lie, Chico. The eyes don't ever lie. So at the end of the day is keep looking at the eyes. The eyes don't lie. And don't sleep on yourself. Like I told myself, I said, maybe I shouldn't really sleep on myself, you know? Maybe I've been sleeping on myself. So stay tuned for some updates on this. This is going to be exciting stuff. Like I said, I am going to talk about this loud and very clear. I want to make some noise. So, yeah, just be careful out there. If you're looking for something on the side, if you're looking, hey, you're scratching your head, you may be thinking, oh my God, I cannot rely on this alone. Man does not eat bread alone, right? If you're one of those folks, I can share some information and see if it's a fit for you. Maybe, may not be. Who knows, right? But you won't know if you don't see it. So remember, don't wear the mask over your eyes. It's not supposed to cover your eyes, folks. Hopefully you guys got some love, some inspiration, some value. I did not think I was going to brag about or drag this long. I was going to keep it short, but I got a lot to say about this whole thing today. There's a lot on my mind. There's a lot of stuff that there's a lot of takeaways. Oh, thanks, Stacey. I appreciate that. There's a lot of takeaways from today's experience, actually. So there's a lot of takeaways, but I haven't given you everything yet. Maybe just like a couple pieces. But stay tuned. This is going to be exciting. Hopefully you guys get some love, some inspiration, some value. I appreciate you guys for all the love you guys give me. You have no idea how much I love the love you guys give me. I mean, who doesn't love love? Like seriously, when you guys give me love, if you get a bunch of love, how can you not love it? Of course you love it. So in return, I love it. So thank you for all the love. I appreciate that. Drop your thoughts, your comments below. Listen, if you've gone through this before, boom, drop your thoughts below. If you want to chat on the side, send me a message or a text, and we can take it on the side. We can talk. But if you got experience, if you've gone through this, you had a friend that went through this, and you got some thoughts, feedback, drop it in the comments below. Let this feed grow. I appreciate you guys, and remember, until tomorrow, when we do it all over again, much love.